of Religious Affairs, the Republic of Indonesia, Professor Nasaruddin Umar. We would like to invite all delegates to come to sit on our place. We invite everyone to sit to start the closing ceremony. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the conclusion of the 9th World Peace Forum, we gather once again in a spirit of gratitude and reflection to celebrate our shared commitment to peace, dialogue, and humanity. To begin our closing ceremony, may I kindly invite everyone to rise for the singing of the Indonesian national anthem, Indonesia Raya. Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, to open this closing session, may I invite Tan Sri Lee Kim Yu, Chairman of the Cheng Ho Multicultural Education Trust, to deliver his remarks.
Selamat petang, good afternoon. May I invite everyone again, please lend me your hand and give a very big round of applause to our Excellency, the Minister of Agama. Please to thank him. Respected delegates and friends for all across the group, as we conclude this year's World Peace Forum, my heart is filled with gratitude. Over the past days, Indonesia has once again shown the world not only its hospitality, but also its spiritual depth. a nation that practiced wasatya, the path of the balance and moderation. Under the warmth of the Indonesian friendship, we have witnessed dialogue that bridges religions, nations, and ideologies. We saw the peace is not an abstract goal. It is a daily practice of empathy, of choosing understanding over division. Indonesia's greatest gift to the world is its living example of harmony. You agree with me? Please give a big round of applause to Indonesia. In the time when the world trembles between extremists, the extremists of wealth, belief, and ideology, Indonesia reminds us that moderation is not weakness. It is a strength guided by wisdom. We express our deepest appreciation to our gracious hosts, especially the Minister of Religious Affairs, CDCC, under the leadership of Padin Samsudin, and all who make this forum possible. Through your effort, we have seen that peace is not a dream. It is ongoing construction, brick by brick, through education, dialogue, and compassion. From here in Jakarta, let us carry the torch of peace of all to all Asian nations. Let this forum become a moving institution from country to country, nurturing peace, education, preventive health care, and youth exchange across the border. Let our next chapter be guided by the conviction that peace begins with understanding, and understanding begins with education. Before I close, I want to ask the delegate on the floor that since we arrived here from the welcoming dinner by the culture minister, last night, the Ministry of Education, and although we missed the President of Indonesia, President Prabowo, very much, but I can see and feel everywhere we go, we feel the Indonesian, as a country, as government, have taken very well care of us. Do you agree with me? If you agree, please be an round of applause. And with that, actually, I have prepared a gift from all the delegates here. Hope to the minister you can present to the president to show our gratitude to Indonesia. May I? Hey, Shafina? May I? Open there first. Come, bring it up. Go this side. Any delegate like to come out and join? Just take a picture. I think show as a gift. Come from Japan, from Malaysia, any come and take a picture. Okay. So, as a closing, as we depart, may we remember that the World Peace Forum is not just an event, it is a living movement. And today, we can proudly say, World Peace is a gift of Indonesia to the world. And I would like to end my my speech with a pantun. Mentari terbit lari Ubud Timur. Cahaya damai menyinari bangsa. Indonesia dan Timor Leste makmur. Bersatu ASEAN menuju sejahtera bersama. Bunga, belum lagi satu ada. Bunga melati harum di taman.
Cakap.
Meka indah di sapa mentari. Damai sejati bukan impian, tapi niat suci di hati nuraini. Sekian, terima kasih.
Thank you, Tan Sri Lee, for your inspiring words and also pantun and continued leadership in building bridges of peace. Next, reading of the conclusion of the forum.
Common Worldview on the Middle Path, the 9th World Peace Forum concluding notes. Human division never truly comes from faith, but from imbalance. Wasatiyat represents the Islamic spirit of justice, moderation, and peace. Chinese civilization embodies Ren, benevolence, Yi, righteousness, and He, harmony, the pursuit of unity between heaven, earth, and man. Western civilization brings reason, freedom, and rule of law, the foundation of human dignity and institutional justice. Let Wasatiyat be the heart, Chinese wisdom the soul, and Western rationality the instrument. Biarlah Wasatiyat menjadi hati, kebijaksanaan Tionghoa menjadi jiwa, dan rasionalitas Barat menjadi alat. Together, they form the common worldview that the World Peace Forum seeks to promote for a peaceful and balanced world. Traditional core values, transformation in the common worldview Wasatiyat, Islamic moderation, balance, justice, peace, mercy, ethical basis for global governance and interfaith dialogue. Chinese philosophy, Zongyang, Confucian Taoist, harmony, benevolence, righteousness, integrity, harmony, moral foundation for coexistence and social reconciliation, Western civilization, reason and liberty, rationality, science, law, human rights, as the structural foundation for governance and technological ethics. Together, they express humanity guided by benevolence, measured by justice, connected by trust, governed by law. Kemanusiaan dipandu oleh kebajikan, diukur oleh keadilan, dihubungkan oleh kepercayaan, dan diatur oleh hukum. First, moderation and balance, Wasatiyat, justice through restraint, and harmony through balance. Keseimbangan Wasatiyat, keadilan melalui pengendalian diri, dan harmoni melalui keseimbangan. Second, benevolence and harmony. Turn hostility into kindness, use virtue as the measure of strength. Kebajikan dan harmoni Tionghoa mengubah permusuhan menjadi kebaikan, menggunakan kebajikan sebagai ukuran kekuatan. Third, rationality and rule of law, Western, governed by reason, not impulse, empower through institutions. Rasionalitas dan supremasi hukum, Barat, memerintah dengan akal, bukan emosi, memperkuat melalui institusi. Fourth, trust and accountability, global. All media, AI, and finance must be verifiable, transparent, and accountable. Kepercayaan dan akuntabilitas global, semua media, AI, dan keuangan harus dapat diverifikasi, transparan, dan bertanggung jawab. Fifth, shared prosperity and coexistence, humanity. Diversity as strength, inclusion as policy, sustainability as duty. Kemakmuran bersama dan koeksistensi kemanusiaan, keberagaman sebagai kekuatan, inklusi sebagai kebijakan, keberlanjutan sebagai kewajiban. Not to conquer by power, but to harmonize by virtue. Not peace through interest, but peace through trust. Bukan menakluk dengan kekuatan, tetapi menyatukan dengan kebajikan. Bukan perdamaian melalui kepentingan, tetapi perdamaian melalui kepercayaan. This is the common worldview that the World Peace Forum stands to promote. Stability through moderation, harmony through benevolence, progress through reason. Kestabilan melalui moderasi, harmoni melalui kebajikan, kemajuan melalui rasionalitas. Co-organizers of the 9th World Peace Forum, Center for Dialogue and Cooperation Among Civilizations, the Cheng Ho Multicultural Education Trust, Muhammadiyah, and Global Fulcrum of Wasatiyat Islam.
And now it is our honor to hear closing speech by Professor Dr. Abbas Shuman, former Deputy Grand Sheikh Al-Azhar, Egypt.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه، وبعد، فأبدأ بتعبيري ووفد الأزهر الشريف المصاحب لي، تعبيرنا عن شكرنا الجزيل لجمهورية إندونيسيا على حسن الاستقبال وكرم الضيافة لكافة زائريها ووفودها والمشاركين في هذا المنتدى. كما أتوجه بالشكر والتقدير للمنظمين لهذا المنتدى، وبخاصة الدكتور شمس الدين أو دين شمس الدين، وجميع شركائه الذين شاركوه في الإعداد والتنظيم لهذا المؤتمر والهيئة المنظمة، للجميع الشكر والتقدير. جئناكم من الأزهر الشريف من جمهورية مصر العربية التي ترتبط بجمهورية إندونيسيا ارتباطا وثيقا على كافة المستويات السياسية والمؤسسية والشعبية، ويكن أهلها لجمهورية إندونيسيا كل التقدير والحب والاحترام، فقد أحبها الشعب المصري من خلال أبناء إندونيسيا الذين يدرسون في مصر. ويوجد لدينا في جامعة الأزهر قرابة 17,000 من طلاب أندونيسيا يدرسون في جامعة الأزهر، ونحن نسعد كما عبر الإمام الأكبر في زيارته لأندونيسيا ولقائه بالسيد الرئيس مقولته الشهيرة: إن أبناء أندونيسيا استعمروا جامعة الأزهر وهو استعمار مرحب به. هذه العلاقات القوية تستحقها دولة أندونيسيا التي هي فعلا نموذج للسلام وللتعايش في ظل المواطنة التي تسوي في الحقوق والواجبات بين كافة المواطنين. وسأحاول في كلمتي هذه التي أتمنى ألا تكون طويلة أن أوضح فكرة يعاني كثير من الناس من فهمها. فالقارئ للقرآن الكريم يجد فيه كثيرا من الآيات التي تتحدث عن السلام، وفي نفس الوقت يجد كثيرا من الآيات تتحدث عن القتال، والبعض لا يستطيع فهم هذه الثنائية، فتراه في معالجته يذهب بعيدا. ففريق يسير خلف أعداء الإسلام في المطالبة بعدم استخدام الآيات التي ورد فيها ذكر القتال في الإسلام كإظهار لحسن النوايا ولأننا أمة سلام، ويظنون بهذا أن إخفاء آيات القتال في القرآن الكريم سيسهم في استقرار السلام ونشره، وهذا خطأ شديد. ففهمنا لإسلامنا واعتقادنا أن الإسلام له منهجية وسطية بين السلام واستخدام القوة، ولا أستطيع ولا أريد أن أعبر بقولنا الوسطية بين الحرب والسلام. فإسلامنا دعانا لاستخدام القوة، فقال: وأعدوا لهم ما استطعتم من قوة ومن رباط الخيل ترهبون به عدو الله وعدوكم. وهناك العديد من آيات القتال: قاتلوا في سبيل الله الذين يقاتلونكم ولا تعتدوا إن الله لا يحب المعتدين. وهناك آيات أخرى كثيرة يضيق المقام عن ذكرها. فكيف نجمع بين الأمرين بلا تعارض ولا تناقض؟ لأننا نؤمن بأن كتاب الله لا تعارض فيه ولا تناقض فيه. الناس لا يستطيعون أن يفهمون أن جميع آيات القتال التي وردت في كتاب الله هي آيات سلام وليست آيات حرب وليست آيات قتل للآخرين. ولذلك ترون أنه يستخدم كثيرا لفظ قاتلوا وليس اقتلوا، وهو مفاعلة. والآية التي ذكرتها نقاتل من؟ الذين يقاتلونكم، هذه مفاعلة. فنحن نرد العدوان إن وقع علينا ولا نعتدي على أحد. هذا هو منهج الإسلام. منهجنا واعتقادنا أن السلام لا تصنعه إلا القوة ولا تحميه إلا القوة. فالقوة في شرعنا هي صانعة للسلام وحامية له. الله عز وجل يقول: وأعدوا لهم ما استطعتم من قوة ومن رباط الخيل. لماذا؟ لنهلك بها الناس؟ لا، وأعدوا لهم ما استطعتم من قوة ومن رباط الخيل ترهبون، بمعنى تخوفون. القوي يخافه الناس ولا يعتدون عليه. وانظروا إلى عالمنا المعاصر، متى وقع اعتداء على دولة من الدول القوية؟ الاعتداء دائما يقع على الدول الضعيفة. إذن القوة تمنع الاعتداء، وهذا سلام. فقط نعد القوة حتى لا يعتدي علينا غيرنا فنعيش في سلام. ولذلك هذه الآية وهي تحمل رقم 60 في سورة الأنفال، الآية التي تليها مباشرة: وإن جنحوا للسلم فاجنح لها وتوكل على الله. إذن القوة مانعة من الاعتداء، ولذلك إن طلب هؤلاء السلام فاقبلوه، وهو أمر وجوبي. هذه هي نظرة إسلامنا للتعايش السلمي: نمتلك القوة ثم نسعى للسلام ونقبل السلام. فالسلام يصنع، القوة تصنع السلام، والقوة تحمي السلام. ولذلك يقول ربنا سبحانه وتعالى: يا أيها الذين آمنوا ادخلوا في السلم كافة ولا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين. فلا تناقض بين آيات القوة أو ما يسمونه بآيات السيف وبين آيات السلام، فكلاهما يؤمل الآخر. وسلام بدون قوة هو استسلام لم يرتضه لنا رب العالمين. فلا تهنوا وتدعوا إلى السلم وأنتم الأعلون والله معكم ولن يتركم أعمالكم. دعوتنا للسلام في حال الضعف ليس سلاما، وإنما هو استسلام. هذا هو اعتقادنا في الموازنة بين الحرب والسلام في ديننا، وهذه موازنة عادلة. هذه واحدة. الثانية أن هذه المؤتمرات وهذه المنتديات التي نفاخر بامتلاك العديد منها في بلادنا، منتدى السلام العالمي، منتدى تعزيز السلم، وثيقة الأخوة أو هيئة الأخوة الإنسانية، مؤتمرات الأزهر الشريف، والعديد من المؤسسات في دول العالم التي تسعى لنشر المحبة والسلام، الهيئات التي تكونت لتجمع بين أبناء الوطن الواحد في كيان واحد، وكثير منها في إندونيسيا. وفي الأزهر الشريف بيت العائلة المصرية الذي يجمع بين الكنائس المصرية بقيادة من شيخ الأزهر وإمامه 6 أشهر، وبقيادة من بابا الكنيسة الأرثوذكسية 6 أشهر أخرى، يعملون معا. اتفقوا على نفي الفرقة ووأد الفتن التي يظهرها البعض ليوقع بين أتباع الديانات المختلفة، وهي تجربة مصرية نفاخر بها كسائر التجارب. سعي الإمام الأكبر بنفسه لعقد حوارات بين الشرق والغرب مع مجلس الكنائس العالمي، وفي الفاتيكان، وفي البندستان، وفي غيرها، يجتمع شيخ الأزهر مع هؤلاء علماء الديانات الأخرى، حوارات الشرق والغرب. ومؤتمرها في أبو ظبي الذي حضره شيخ الأزهر وبابا الفاتيكان، مؤتمر نعتز به عقد في مصر بعنوان الحرية والمواطنة التعدد والتكامل. دعا فيه الأزهر الشريف على لسان شيخه بأن نعيش جميعاً تحت ظل المواطنة التي تسوي بين أبناء الوطن الواحد دون نظر إلى دين ولا إلى عرق ولا إلى كثرة وقلة. هذا الذي نفعله في بلاد المسلمين للسلام. فماذا فعل الآخرون؟ لم يفعلوا إلا تخريباً للسلام بمنظماتهم وهيئاتهم. هيئاتهم قائمة ومنظماتهم قائمة، وما فعل في غزة لم يفعله التتار في بلاد الإسلام. وهذه المنظمات لم تحرك ساكناً، بل تحمل هؤلاء الضعاف الذين تهدم البيوت على رؤوسهم، لا فرق بين رجل وطفل وامرأة، لا يحركون ساكناً. وحين يقتل صهيوني واحد، ونحن نرفض هذا بالمناسبة، تقوم الدنيا ولا تقعد. هل هذا هو الذي ينشر السلام؟ على هذه الدول أن تطبق ما تنادي به، وعلينا نحن في مؤتمراتنا هذه. وأشكر للبيان الختامي وللسيد نائب رئيس الجمهورية في حديثه بالأمس التعرض لهذه النقطة ورفض استخدام القوة للسيطرة على ثروات الآخرين. لابد أن نعلن هذا وأن ننشره وأن نوصل صوتنا إلى الآخر. نقول نحن أمة سلام وسلام وسلام ما دام قبلتموه، فإذا ما رفضتموه فنحن أيضاً أمرنا من قبل كتاب ربنا أن نعد لكم ما استطعنا من قوة، وأن ندافع عن أنفسنا وعن بلادنا. إذا نهجنا هذا النهج عظمت الفائدة من هذه المؤتمرات المهمة. وإذا غلبت عليها لغة المجاملات والبروتوكولات في وقت، لا أعتقد أن وقتاً سبق تعرض عالمنا الإسلامي للمخاطر التي يتعرض لها الآن. أين هذا العالم من السودان وما يحدث به؟ وأين هو من بلاد الشام؟ وأين هو من ليبيا؟ ماذا فعلوا؟ ثم نحن نجاملهم ونقول إنها الدول الصديقة، الدول المحبة. ليست صديقة وليست محبة حتى تنتهج نهجاً عادلاً وتتعامل مع القضايا تعاملاً متوازناً. وإذا لم نفعل هذا فلنبقى دائماً نتلقى اللطمات والطعنات. شكراً لكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you, Professor, for your profound and enlightening message. Next, speech by Minister of Religious Affairs of Indonesia, Professor Dr. Nasaruddin Umar, and to officiate the closing of the forum.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings to all. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahilladzi an'amana bi afdalil adyan wa yubayyinu laha tariqatuha wa huwa maktubun fil Qur'an. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh sahibul burhan. Distinguished guests, distinguished religion leaders, interfaith figure, representative of international organizations, academics, especially Naib Green Sheikh from Al-Azhar University. My teacher, Professor Dean Samsuddin, and I'm really interested for this topic because very important topic today, considering Wasatiyah Islam and Tionghoa for global collaboration. Wasatiyah Islam, Islam Wasatiyah, it's a very Quranic term, In the Quran, there are one very, very interesting to analysis. Inna dina indallah al-Islam. In grammatical of Arabic, there are thulathi and rubai, khumasi, sudasi. Why Quran mentioned inna dina indallah al-Islam from rubai? Not to say inna dina indallah as-salam from thulathi. But Quran also don't mention inna dina indallah al-istislam. As-salam, very standard submissions. But the opposite one, al-istislam, very, very ideal or the most submissions. I think as a mankind, we are not angels. I think very, very difficult to find what's the position of al-istislam. So why Quran mentioned inna dina indallah al-Islam, not to say inna dina indallah al-istislam. So moderate Islam is Dinul Islam. For me, Islam Wasatiyah is redundant, because according to ilmu sarf, Islam is rubai, in between sudasi and thulathi, between salam and istislam. The middle term is istislam, rubai. And if we discuss regarding the Islam Wasatiyah, so there are very respect with humankind, like in the Quran, inna dina walaqad karamna bani Adam. We have honored the son of Adam. Who is the Bani Adam? The sons of Adam. For all of humankind. So this is the meaning walaqad karamna bani Adam. Not mentioned also walaqad faddalna bani Adam. Faddala and karama different in Arabic. Faddala something proven, not sacred. But karama is a sacred term. So Quran mentioned walaqad karamna bani Adam. And regarding the Tionghoa for global collaboration, I have meeting together with our colleague from the Muslim China in United States at that time. According to him, utlubul ilma wala bisin, not seen in the China, no, but seen in Sindhu, in India, in between India and Pakistan. There are Sindhu. This is one opinion. The speaker is from Islam from the Pakistan. Sin there, not China like our neighbor here, but according to him, Utlubul ilma wala bisin from sin. But if we reading the research, the academic in the mosque of Prophet Muhammad in Medina, there are keramik, like the keramik in the whole of the Masjid Medina. It's from the China, not from the Sind. So this is the fact. As Sind, there are not Sindhu, but Sind in China. And really interesting also because we're discussing together Islam and China, Islam and Tiongkok. We read the hadith, Utlubul ilma wala bisin, and another hadith, the last humankind will be born in China. This is the second hadith. So the position of China is very important in the future. And we know also all the big religions born in Eastern country. There is no big religion born in Western. See, like Hindus, Taoism, Konghucu, Islam, Nasrani, and also Jews. All of them are born in the Eastern country. There is no big religion born in the Western country. We only can find a lot of philosophers in Western, like Plato, Socrates, Thales, Anaximander, Democritus, and etc. But the all religions was born in Eastern country. So the position of China in discussion today, I think, very important. We just arrived also from the Vatican last week. We have a very special discussion together with Pope Leo in that time, and he really interesting also to continue our program in Istiqlal Declaration. We sent together Pope Franciscus and also I myself as a Grand Imam of Istiqlal Mosque. And Pope Leo will continue to realizing the idea of Istiqlal Declaration. Then the second session will be programmed in the next future, Abu Dhabi Declaration. I asked my colleague there, why Pope, the new Pope, will continue discussing regarding Istiqlal Declaration, not Abu Dhabi Declaration. According to him, there are 3 points very important in Istiqlal Declaration. He mentioned dehumanization with religious languages, and also save our environment using by religious languages also. So the position of religious language or religious diplomacy in the future is a very, very important point according to the Pope. And of course, the third one is, this is very concerned also, how about the IT in the future, like artificial intelligence? According to the Pope, without the direction of IT, especially artificial intelligence, will be happen also dehumanization of young generation in the future. So we need moral, spiritual to direct our space today. So, inshallah, in next December, one delegation from Vatican also will come to Istiqlal to continue discussing our Istiqlal Declaration. And we discussing also regarding the Holy War, because Israel is still very hot issues today. And he mentioned to me, according to Pope Leo, there is no holy war, but only holy peace. I think very interesting statement. There is no holy war, the only holy peace. So I think in the future, especially for our young generation in the future, we can promote the holy peace than the holy war. And ladies and gentlemen, I think very limited time to discuss it together here. I think this is finally speech, and allow me as a Minister of Religious Affairs to pray together with you. Inshallah, will be the best in the future. And finally, let us say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen for closing this event. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, this is a tradition of Indonesia. All the closing discussion we have to mention Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and the time I close this ceremony with Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Mr. Minister, for your visionary message and for officially closing the 9th World Peace Forum. Ladies and gentlemen, may I invite Professor Dean Shamsuddin to deliver his remarks.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace be upon all of you. His Excellency Professor Dr. Nasaruddin Umar, Minister of Religious Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, it's not true when he said that I am his teacher. Because I have never felt that I'm a teacher. I'm a student, and we are students to each other. I don't recall that he was in my class during the doctoral program at the State Islamic University in Jakarta. But we were together, for your information, at the advisory forum of the Indonesian Ulama Council, Al-Majlisul Istishari li Majlisi Ulama in Indonesia, nahnu fil qiyada. The forum, as said by the masters of ceremony, has been closed. But from our perspective, as the co-organizers, the World Peace Forum is always open. Maftuh wa mumfatih. It's a good thing that the minister, when officiate, closed the forum not by reciting Alhamdulillah as usual, but by reciting Al-Basmalah. So this is the end, but this is also the beginning of the next, according to the Holy Scripture. فَإِذَا فَرَغْتَ فَانْصَبْ وَإِلَى رَبِّكَ فَارْغَبْ. If you are done, please engage in another initiative, another action and activities. I just want, in this moment, to say 3 points. Number one, both speeches, keynote speeches by the minister and Sahibul Fadila, Al-Shaykh Al-Ustad Al-Dr. Abbas Shuman, the former Deputy Grand Sheikh of Al-Azhar, are indeed, I couldn't find, the appropriate word for that. Kamil, Shamil, Jamil. Complete, comprehensive, and also has a beauty. We apologize, maybe not all of you could understand because the simultaneous interpretation devices are very limited. But Sheikh Abbas Shuman has brought about some important points about peace. Peace necessitated power. As-salam yahtaj ilal quwwah. Power, both physical and non-physical power, in order to establish peace. But also he was talking about at-ta'ayush ad-dini, peaceful coexistence between between the people of different faith, and many other things. We take it as an inspiration to implement the conclusion remarks of our forum. So thank you again, as well as keynote speeches. It's not common to have keynote speeches at the end. I think the 2 speeches should have been heard from the very beginning of our forum so that we may discuss them. Professor Nasir Umar, a friend of mine, is one of prominent Muslim intelligentsia in the country. He's now to my knowledge, still a rector of the PTIQ University, Al-Mahadul Ali li Ulumil Quran, University of Quranic Sciences, and he is specializing in the Quranic exegesis, Tafsirul Quran, and always bring about new understanding to Islam and to the verses of the Holy Quran, like just now. Yeah. Maybe we could have different opinion. I asked Sheikh Shuban about the Athulathi. Huh? Invite him tomorrow to PTIK. No, indeed, I sent a WhatsApp to Professor Nasaruddin Umar as a rector of PTIK to invite him to discuss many matters. Number two, I just want to spend this great moment to express my gratitude, great thanks. Number one, to the co-organizers of this 9th World Peace Forum, and please give appreciation after mentioning their name. Number one is Chengho Multicultural Education Trust, under the chairpersonship of Tan Sri Lee Kim Yew. We are more than brothers. We are more than friends, but brothers. And I said yesterday, he's a man of ideas and man of actions. So fits my chemistry, but sometimes he moves faster than me, though his age is older than me. Man of action. That souvenir is his new idea this morning. This early morning, he sent WhatsApp to me. How if I give souvenirs, calligraphy, Chinese calligraphy to the last one? He asked my consent. The one which is given to the minister is not for the minister, but for the president, Prabowo. Deep meaning. And the second co-organizers is Muhammadiyah. Who represent Muhammadiyah? Please come forward, Professor Shafiq Abdul Mughni, one of the vice chairman at the Muhammadiyah headquarters. I used to chair this great organization for 2 consecutive terms from 2005 until 2010, then re-elected again 2010-2015. But I am now chairman of the of the lowest level. We call it ranting, a sub-branch at the village level of the Muhammadiyah. So he is my boss, Professor Shafiq Mughni, and of course CDCC, my organization, and the global fulcrum of Wasatiyat Islam, Al-Mihwar Al-Alami li Wasatiyat Al-Islam, and also to some 4 sponsors. So this event sponsored by number one, BNI, Bank Nasional Indonesia, because of one of the commissioners of the BNI is chair of the steering committee. Where is Professor Didi Rahbini? Okay. And number 2, Danamon Sharia. I happen to be head of advisory council to this bank, Bank Danamon Sharia. Number 3, Alfamart is the largest chain of supply of retails in Indonesia, who is now in cooperation with Muhammadiyah to establish in many cities and villages the so-called Mentari Mart. Mentari is sun, symbol of Muhammadiyah. And number 4, Silwam Hospitals is also one chain of hospitals in Indonesia as a co-sponsored, so sponsored by. We put them above. I don't know why. Maybe because of the amount of money. But, oh, so sorry. Cannot be read. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 universities of Muhammadiyah as supported. So supported by, I couldn't remember, Universitas Muhammadiyah Jakarta, Universitas Muhammadiyah Hamka in Jakarta, Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidoarjo in East Java, and many others, and directors are here with us. So I have mentioned already the name of your university. There is also Bank Syariah Indonesia, not as a sponsor, but as a supporter. And also BPKH, Badan Pelaksana Keuangan Haji, is a body responsible for the Hajj Fund, under the Ministry of Religious Affairs, and now moved to the Ministry of Hajj, Wizaratul Awqaf, Al-Wizara Al-Jadida fi Indonesia. And also I need to mention, Lazismu, Lembaga Amil Zakat Infak Sedekah Muhammadiyah. Thank you for all your support to those sponsors and also supporters. Last but not least, allow me to express our great thanks and gratitude to the organizers, my colleagues, my juniors from CDCC, Muhammadiyah, and also some of my students from the UIN Jakarta, who have been working hard since not too longer, only 2 months. 2 months ago until now. Para panitia berdiri, stand up in your place. Please give appreciation under the chairmanship of fresh graduate berdiri from Australia, disciple of Professor Greg Valley, Dr. Ahmad Fuad Fanani, and Putih Hasanusadia, secretary. They are all young people. Kok nggak disuruh masuk dari semua sini? Thank you all. My dear brothers and sisters, or maybe my dear sons, sons and daughters, more than 30 people who have been working hard to prepare our meeting. And sometimes sounds really cute, like yourself. Pretend to be perfectionist and detailist, so I pay attention to detail. And some of them are familiar with this kind of it. Thank you very much, and of course to all of you, every and each one of you, especially those who traveled long distance. Al-Maghrib wal-Mashriq, min masharikil aradi, min masharikil ardi wa maghribiha, from the east and the west who come here. So many people, Tansri this time more about 70 international participants from 26 32 countries coming to the 9th World Peace Forum. And therefore, on behalf of us, especially Tan Sri Kim, you and I, goodbye. Have a nice and safe trip back home. Sayonara, Japanese. Goodbye, English. Iran, Khoda Hafiz. Fi amanillah. Bil Arabia. Selamat jalan, and till meet again in the next 2 years for the 10th World Peace Forum. But we agree, Chengho Multicultural Education Trust and CDCC, to organize in between, but ASEAN Regional World Peace Forum. Maybe next year in Timor-Leste, we discuss with the President of Timor-Leste. Thank you very much. Eh? And also, oh, Tan Sri asked me to invite 20 laureates.
No, the president said he will invite.
Yeah, 20 Nobel laureates to be invited in the next World Peace Forum together with you all, because as I said, World Peace Forum is indeed a rendezvous and a venue of engagement. كيف أستاذة نهلة صبري السعيدي rendezvous اللقاء ومكان الاشتباك between peacemakers يعني اللقاء ومكان الاشتباك بين صانعي السلام صانعي السلم في العالم. Hanyalah tempat bertemu like we have had in these 2 days. Thank you. We have one more event tonight. Yeah, farewell dinner. Ishtaku al-asha'ul wada. Al-asha'ul wada tahta dhiyafat Muhafiz Jakarta. The farewell dinner will be hosted by His Excellency Governor of Jakarta, Mr. Pramono Anung, a friend of mine. And we leave the hotel together by buses like last night. Yeah, at 6:30. 6:30, please be ready in the lobby. Thank you. Apa? Oh yeah, after this will be group picture again with His Excellency Minister. Yeah. Sheikh Mustafa Sharik, don't leave the home. Don't leave Indonesia unless you have had durian. Sheikh Mustafa Sharik is fond of durian. Abu Shauka, inshallah, ba'da al-asha, ya. Nabhat an Abu Shauka an durian. Syukran jazilan. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Once again, a group photo.
We would like to witness the token of appreciation from Ambassador of Iran to the Minister of Religious Affairs Indonesia and also to Professor Din Samsudin.
السلام عليكم. كيف حالك؟
الحمد لله.
ان شاء الله نتذكر هنا. كم يوم فيه كده؟
محاضرة عندي في جامعة محمدية من الساعة 9 إلى الساعة 11.
ومتى تزور السجن؟ مسجد الاستقلال.
أنا زرت استقلال المسجد لأن عندنا استقلال المسجد في الشرقية تعرف؟ فأنا
Excuse me.
We would like to invite two distinguished delegates to can participate to the photo session and looking forward to the camera. We would like to invite all distinguished delegates who can participate to the photo session. Let's capture this wonderful moment together. Thank you very much. To conclude our closing ceremony, we would like to remind all of us that we still have the special session, the second Global Forum of Muslim Women, that will be held on Candi Panantaran, and also special session of talk show on the endless efforts for peace, humanitarian support, and capacity building for Palestine and the Ummah by Department of International Relations and Cooperation Muhammadiyah Central Board will be held in Candi Sari. We would like to invite to all participants for a special session of talk show on building for Palestine and Ummah to can proceed to the next hall in Candi Sari. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, this marks the end of the closing ceremony of the 9th World Peace Forum. On behalf of the organizer, we extend our deepest appreciation for your participation, your wisdom, and your spirit of peace. May we continue to work together in friendship, dialogue, and benevolence toward a more peaceful world to all of us. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Once again, a kindly reminder for those who will participate or be the participants of special session of Global Forum of Muslim Women can proceed to the hall Candi Panantaran. And also special session talk show on the endless effort for peace, humanitarian support, and capacity building for Palestine and the Ummah by Department of International Relations and Cooperation Muhammadiyah Central Board. The participant, we would like to invite all of the distinguished participants to can proceed to the next hall in Candi Sari. And also the reminder for we have farewell dinner hosted by the Governor of DKI Jakarta, Dr. Insinyur Pramono Agung. The closing farewell dinner will be held on Balai Agung of City Hall.